Hey everybody, what's going on? SupermanRion, and we are back with another Dragon Ball Super review, and this week we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Episode 57. And I'm going to give you guys one spoiler warning. There will be small spoilers in this episode. There may be some big spoilers in this episode. If you haven't seen the episode yet, if you have not been keeping up with Dragon Ball Super, or specifically the Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks Black Goku arc, there will be spoilers in this, and if you don't want anything spoiled, click off the video now. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, this week's episode is by far the best episode of all of Dragon Ball Super. And I know I said that about episode 56. This episode is better than episode 56. This episode is the one that we will all be talking about for a very long time. Unless episode 58 is better, which very well possibly could be, but I don't think that it's going to be. I think after episode 57, things are going to start to slow down a little bit, and I'll explain why here in a moment. So in this episode, we see Black Goku and Zumasu fighting Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks. And I will be doing another video about this. It'll probably be up tomorrow, which will be Tuesday the 6th, Tuesday, September 6th, 2016. So make sure, if you're new to the channel, you like and subscribe so you can see this video. But Future Trunks, in his Super Saiyan 2 form, kept up with Zumasu and Black Goku, even after Black Goku fucked Vegeta up in the last episode. And Vegeta was the Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks kept up with that. Was almost on par. And if Zumasu wasn't immortal, which yes, Zumasu is immortal now, we know this. If Zumasu wasn't immortal, he would have actually beaten Zumasu. Because we see Future Trunks stab Zumasu right in the chest. I mean, the sword went all the way through. Zumasu pulled it out, and then he healed. We also see Future Trunks use Final Flash. Future Trunks used Final Flash on Zumasu. Hit him. Didn't do any damage to him because, again, he's immortal. But that was fucking sweet. Never thought I'd see Final Flash come back into the series, and to see Future Trunks use it, not Vegeta, was fucking sweet. Now, the choreography of this episode was amazing. I mean, it was Dragon Ball Z amazing. And I think that this is the only episode that we've seen so far in Dragon Ball Super that is actually on par with Dragon Ball Z. And that's very hard to do, because Dragon Ball Z's got a special place in all of our hearts. And I don't think any other anime, anything, if Dragon Ball Z is your favorite anime, nothing else is ever going to be as good as Dragon Ball Z, and at least in my eyes. But this episode was as good. This episode feels like it came out of Dragon Ball Z. But we see Goku Black, we see Zumasu, we see Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks, and they're all going at it in an all-out fight, and Goku and Trunks lose. I mean, they're at the brink of death, and then we see Yajirobe kind of sneak in and save them. After Vegeta, he stood up, even though he's got this big-ass hole in his chest. Vegeta stood up, he saved their life right before he passed out for the second time in this episode. And as they're looking at Vegeta saying, oh, you know, that was just Vegeta. It was just Vegeta. Yajirobe comes and swoops him away. Steals him, and they don't even notice it. So then they decide, Zumasu and Goku Black, they decide, well, fuck it. You know, they got away, but we'll find them. They didn't get away too far. Let's kill Vegeta. So they walk up to Vegeta's not dead body. He's unconscious. But they walk up to Vegeta's limp body, and they just look down at him. And they just talk for a second. Plenty of time for the humans, the resistance in the future timeline, to throw some smoke gas at him. And I know a lot of people have been asking this question: how does this gas, how do these humans, this resistance, affect immortal gods? And the answer is really simple. You know, they may be immortal, they may be very strong, but it's still gas. You know, that this gas is going to affect anybody. It's not that they're too powerful. It's just, you know, they have to breathe. So they breathe this gas in. It makes it hard to breathe. If it's like a pepper spray type of gas. I was in the military right out of high school. I've been in the gas chamber. I've had that stuff in my face, in my throat, in my eyes. That stuff's not fun. It's not. That stuff will take anybody. You get the biggest, toughest, grownest ass man, and you throw him in a gas chamber. You put enough of this gas in their throat and in their eyes. They're gonna have to close their eyes. They're gonna have to get out of that gas if they can. It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter if they're gods. It doesn't matter if they're immortal. It doesn't matter if he's a Super Saiyan Rose. It doesn't matter. You still have to breathe. And the inside of anybody's body, internal organs and lungs and stuff like that, you can't really train that stuff. You know what I mean? You can. I mean, you could hold your breath and train yourself to hold your breath longer and longer and longer, but when it comes to your internal organs, you can't really train that stuff to make it stronger. So that stuff is, no matter how powerful they are, that stuff, their organs and all that stuff is going to be the same strength as it's always been. And we also see something very, very interesting, and I may do another video about this. I probably will. So Goku, Future Trunks, and Vegeta, after they barely escape, they get into the time machine, they go back to the present, and we see that the present time Zumasu has actually went and found, oh shit, what was his name? Fuck, I don't remember what his name is. I'm having a brain fart. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. But the guy that you can ask 3 questions to, and he can tell you where the Super Dragon Balls are. He knows everything. I don't remember what the fuck his name is, but he's located in the center of the universe. So Zumasu goes to see him, and he is like, "Bitch, you will tell me what I want to know, or I'll fuck your face. I will skull fuck you into oblivion." It's essentially what he says, and he wants to know about the Super Dragon Balls, and he wants to know about Goku. So my theory is that Zumasu is going to find out the location of each of the Super Dragon Balls, and I know a lot of people have thought, or have been asking this question as well. You know, how is Zumasu going to find the Super Dragon Balls so fast when it took Champa a decade? Supreme Kais, they have, and you know, Zumasu's not a Supreme Kai yet, but he is a Supreme Kai in training. So I would assume that he would still have the same abilities as a Supreme Kai. And Supreme Kais have one thing that Gods of Destructions don't have, and we've seen that already: the ability to teleport. Right? So Champa, he can't teleport, and he didn't know the exact location of all the Super Dragon Balls, so he had to go looking, and that's why it took him a decade. But if Zumasu finds out the exact location of all of the Super Dragon Balls, all he has to do is teleport to him. That's all he's got to do. And we know that Supreme Kais can do that because we've seen it. That's how Goku, Whis, and Universe 7 Supreme Kai got to Zeno's place in an instant. They went and got the Supreme Kai and they teleported there because Supreme Kais can do that. Gods of Destructions can't. So I think that's how Zumasu's going to get the Super Dragon Ball so quickly. But he also wants to know about Goku. And that's very, very interesting because that makes me think that Zumasu may just keep finding the Super Dragon Balls. He may just keep finding them, making wishes. Or, and this is my new theory, Zumasu is going to find the Super Dragon Balls in the present timeline. He's going to go, he's going to get them, he may wish for immortality, and then he may go and get the green time ring from his universe that is a representation of future Trunks' timeline. Because now we've seen Gowasu tell him, now this green time ring right here showed up a couple of years ago because somebody made a new world or a new universe, which we've all speculated to be Trunks' universe, Trunks' timeline. Zumasu may go get that time ring. He may jump over that to future Trunks' timeline, destroy that time ring so he can't be forced to go back. Go back, find out where the Super Dragon Balls are, and then wish for Black Goku. I mean, he may do that. That may be how Black Goku comes comes to fruition, how he may come about. I don't know. That's my theory. Something along those lines. Might not happen exactly like that, but something along those lines. I think that's how it happens. And we also see in this episode Gowasu is watching GodTube, which I think that's their way of kind of making fun of DBZ YouTubers, because we all know that they don't like Dragon Ball Z YouTubers. They don't see things the way that we see them. Japan's weird like that, and Gowasu is watching the Universe 6 and Universe 7 tournament, specifically the battle between Goku and Hit, which to me kind of represents YouTubers that the YouTubers that upload the whole episode to YouTube for us to watch it, which, hey, I have no issue with that because that means I get to watch it every week. But I think that's what they're kind of hitting at. They're just trying to poke fun at us, which ain't no big fucking deal. But this episode was great. It really, really was. What's gonna happen next? I don't know. But if you haven't watched that episode yet, you gotta go watch it. But I think that's it for this video, guys. There's not a whole lot I can say about it. Not a whole lot happened, but what did happen was fucking awesome. It raises a lot more questions. That's about the most that it did, but it did it in a way that is just amazing. But that's it for this video, guys. And as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure, seriously, guys, hit that little notification button so you can be notified as soon as my videos go up. Because this future Trunks video that I'm about to do about how strong he actually is now after training with Vegeta, you're going to want to see that. But now, I got to go record it. So I'll see you all in the next video. This is SupermanRion signing off. Peace, guys.